For the state of Ohio versus Julie Strickland. Ms. Strickland is before the court. What are we doing today, Mr. Goodyear?
It's my understanding the defendant's going to enter a guilty plea to count 1, count 3, count 5, and count 7, the indictment. The state's going to dismiss count 2, 4, 6, and 8. Defense requesting to go forward on sentencing after the plea as well today.
How old are you?
54.
I'm sorry?
54.
How far did you go in school?
I graduated. Well, I got my GED.
Can you read and write?
Yeah.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
Warren County, State of Ohio. The defendant, Julie Strickland, did receive, retain, or dispose of property of another, knowing or having reasonable cause to believe that the property had been obtained through the commission of a theft offense. Warren County, State of Ohio. The defendant, with purpose to defraud, or knowing that she was facilitating a fraud on another, did utter or possess with purpose to utter a writing, knowing it to have been forged in violation of section 29-13-31A3.
What is your plea?
Guilty.
The court will make a finding that you've made a knowing, intelligent, and voluntary waiver of your constitutional rights that we have discussed. The court will accept your plea of guilty, and based upon the statement of facts in your plea, the court will make a finding of guilty. Anything before I sentence Mr. Goodyear?
First, Your Honor, I wanted to point out, so there are basically 4 victims in the case. The first victim is a gentleman named Milton Carpenter, who has since passed. His daughter is present. So she's here representing him. And then, of course, as I mentioned, Ms. Kennard spoke with each one of the businesses that she get in contact with regarding their feelings. And I didn't know if you want to say anything? The victim would like to speak, if that's okay, Judge.
Of course. Is this on which case?
So the receiving stolen property, Your Honor, is the checks.
The checks.
And then the checks were written. Yes.
Gotcha. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. At the time, I lived in Lima, which is a considerable distance for me to come daily to check on my father. And I had Julie and Mike, because they had become friends with my father, help me with this. He was getting low on checks because I would fill out checks for him to sign for bills and such. And I let them know that the checks would be there and if they could please keep them safe for me. They then claimed that the checks never were delivered. So I went to Huntington Bank and I'm like, I don't know if they got stolen, misplaced, whatever. Huntington said that their confirmation that the checks were delivered to the mailbox. So I was like, can we please just void out those checks and I get new ones for my father? Which at that time, Huntington Bank did void those checks. No matter who used them, they would have bounced anyway, even before the passing of my father. My father then passed, and in the time I was doing everything for his household and just trying to clean everything up, and I was getting messages and calls from businesses saying, hey, someone's using your father's checks, we're getting them bounced, you need to fix this. Because I was power of attorney on his account. So that's when I found out that she was forging my father's signature.
Did she have a relationship with your father?
Besides neighbors, no, they were just neighbors and friends of.
Okay.
And because I lived so far away and I couldn't check on my father daily, they were the ones I trusted to do this, unfortunately. Montgomery County has contacted me saying that she did bad checks in their area and was wondering if I knew. Trust people very easily anyway, but I thought we trusted them. They lived across the street from my father for 10, 12 years, and they would help him mow, they would get him groceries, do his laundry, things that I couldn't do on the regular. And now, I don't even trust my neighbors. We've got so many cameras up. I watch them constantly. This has broken something in me.
Your Honor, the only thing I wanted to add for the businesses is I spoke with the businesses yesterday about a potential agreed sentence of 18 months in prison. It's unusual, but the businesses actually, their position was they thought 18 months in prison was not enough. They thought she needed more. It's actually their businesses are local to the community that she lives in. One of the people at the business, unbeknownst to them, they didn't realize that her father had passed. Julie actually tried to rent the property out to this person. And then they found out, fortunately, they hadn't given her money, but they found out the hard way that place wasn't even up for rent, and that he had passed. So I think there's just a lot of layers of deception, and the businesses themselves felt like 18 months in prison wasn't sufficient.
Thank you. Anything on behalf of the defendant?
Yes, Your Honor. Regarding the charges here, Ms. Strickland has entered a complete admission of guilt, taking accountability for her actions. And as the complaining witness has stated, that the chain of events that stemmed from this have spanned into Montgomery County, which Ms. Strickland has retained us for, that we represent her on, and she is being sentenced in that court later in this month, taking accountability for those same actions. Money orders here from Ms. Strickland and her family, both totaling at $2,000 to pay the entire, both totaling at $4,000, I apologize, to pay the entire restitution amount for these active cases, along with her probation violation and the restitution in that case, to coincide with Ms. Strickland's admission of guilt and to take accountability for her actions that give to the probation department today, or however the court would see fit, in order to pay that restitution amount.
Where did this money come from?
It is my understanding that these are 2 checks from her father, I believe.
I think right there. Mine.
Oh, from Mike, her husband. I apologize.
Are these checks or?
These are money orders from, it appears, People's Bank, Your Honor.
I understand that the money orders are of a different nature than a bank check, but considering the history here, before the court takes any action, I would certainly want to verify.
I agree. At this point in time, Ms. Strickland, quite frankly, I don't trust you. I took a gander at your history, your criminal history that dates back over 25 years of stealing from other people. I'm going to send you to prison, but right now, I don't know for how long, to be honest with you. So I'm going to reschedule this hearing. We can come back and do sentencing at a later date, but quite frankly, I don't trust that those money orders are good. With your history, I'm not going to accept any, unless it's cash, which I don't think you would have the ability to duplicate that. I'm going to reset this. See my assignment commissioner and set it for sentencing. I'm not going to do this today. Ma'am, you don't have to come back if you don't want to. I have a fairly good memory. I'm familiar with Ms. Strickland, so yeah. I mean, this could drastically change how long I send you, but you're not going back on community control. I gave you that shot, and you literally just threw it back in my face by stealing from several more people, and apparently up in Montgomery County too. You have a theft problem, and if you've never had something stolen from you, it's a horrible, horrible feeling. And again, I get tired of people, stealing once, you make a mistake, I get it. But when you've been stealing for a quarter of a century, it is basically your identity right now. You are a thief and a fraud. I don't even believe your whole medical condition, to be frank. So set it for sentencing. I'm not going to do it today. That's all.
Judge, I'm sorry. I was in the middle of doing things. I may have missed it. Did we also get an admission to?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's good. That's a good. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
On case number 24, CR 42112, does she wish to have a hearing on that probation violation?
No, Your Honor.
All right. The court's going to find that she has violated the terms of her community control. That and the sentencing, the disposition of that probation violation and the sentencing will be set at a later date. All right. That's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Action to be admitted to.
Doesn't sound like it.
no.
Okay, that's fine. No, it's
Now I
okay.
understand
just
your
want-
question, but
Yes, I apologize. No,
You're
good.
fine. You're
good.
fine.